Hi, my name is Jeff Lykin. I'm going to take just a couple of minutes to talk to you about this evolution mentoring program for teenage boys. The fact of the matter is that the vast majority of teenage boys in our society are utterly misguided. They have virtually no idea about how to really go out there and live a life in a way that's going to make them confident and secure and sure of themselves. The overwhelming messages that boys get in our society is that the way to prove your manhood is to be a great athlete, physically tough, to be able to go out there and hook up with as many girls as possible, to become somebody who is really funny, particularly at being sarcastic and putting other people down, and then ultimately, of course, to make a lot of money. And what you end up getting is, for a lot of these teenage boys, is even though they may become good at those particular things, for most of the kids who are out there, they're really at a disadvantage because they're not going to be that kind of person. It's just not in their nature, and ultimately they have to become somebody who they're not. And even those people who, let's say, that stuff comes easy to, so many of them are winding up unfulfilled, frustrated, and behind closed doors. Most of the teenage boys that I talk with are very open with me about how frustrating it is to find real friends or people you can just be yourself with and really open up to. And I'm finding more and more that not only are so many teenage boys really, in a way, discouraged by these standards that have been set for manhood, that as much as anything else, they're just bored out of their minds. They're not stimulated by what's going on in school. If anything, they're turned off by the idea of learning and exploring ideas because of the experience that they have in school. And yet, inside of males, there is this innate drive, this deep desire inside of them to live a life that really counts, that makes an impact on the world around them. And there's a deep desire inside them to be connected with others in a way where people depend on them and where they can depend on others. This program is going to blow the minds of most of the kids that come to it. Most of them have never been addressed the way they're going to be addressed here. They've never heard stories like they're going to hear here. They've never met people who are going to engage them the way that they're going to be engaged here. They're going to be learning all sorts of things about what it takes to really lead a happy, fulfilled life as a male in this society. They're going to be learning things about how to command respect, how to be able to hold your center and a sense of composure under extraordinary pressure the way that elite athletes or elite performers or great leaders are able to do. They're going to be learning about how to work different systems to their advantage. So rather than endlessly feeling like they're at the whim of the system around them, learning how to manipulate different variables to be able to get results that they want for themselves in life. And ultimately what they're going to be learning is a new definition of manhood, a new way of being a man that's appropriate for the world as it is now. Not one that is going to ask them to go back and do what men were doing 100 years ago, or even 50 years ago, or even 20 years ago. A different way of approaching this. My track record of working with teenage guys and college-age young men and helping them to really find a life where they wake up every day confident, sure of themselves, feeling good about who they are and the life they're living, and ultimately leading them to finding real, true, intimate relationships where they make commitments and even marry and build families is an impeccable record with this stuff. The way I teach this is about how the brain really learns, not rote, mundane, being lectured to, but through story, through mythology, through creativity and imagination and understanding what goes on inside your body. It is unlike what most kids have ever come in contact with before. And I can tell you that the vast majority of kids who walk in the door the first time to come to sit in one of my programs of teenage guys, though they come in skeptical, they stay because they say, finally, somebody's speaking to me in a language I can understand about a message with content that really relates to my life that I can go out and I can start using immediately to start being the person I really know I can be and the person ultimately that I really want to be, to live a life that really counts. So please take a moment to read through this website, take a look at the different articles I've written, and then contact me if you want to sign up. This is not a program that's for everybody. It's for a select type of person. It's going to be inclined primarily towards young men who already have a sense of ambition for stuff that they want in their life, people who tend to be deeper thinkers, people who want to be challenged to think critically and think outside the box. And it's going to be for people who are ready to make the commitment that's going to be asked of you, because this is going to demand a commitment. And what you're going to get in return from me is everything I can possibly offer to ensure that everything you see on this website, every little box that's there, every little benefit that's mentioned on the benefit page, becomes realized for your son to the best of my ability to be able to deliver it. So thanks for taking a moment to take a look at this, and I hope to be in contact with you soon.